The commercial break. In the small hours of a rainy night, a flickering TV sat alone in the corner of a room, its warped antennae casting jagged shadows on the damp, peeling wallpaper. The channel was set to 38, a number glowing faintly on the dial like an ember refusing to go out. The broadcast wasn't the static fuzz of dead air, but something stranger, a commercial break that seemed to have no beginning or end. It opened with a grainy, oversaturated title card, Friendly Faces Inc. The letters were bold and cheerful, but their edges bled into the background as though they were sinking. A distorted jingle began to play, the kind that might have once accompanied cereal ads, except the melody bent and melted like a song trapped in a dream. The screen shifted to an animated living room, drawn in the clunky yet charming style of a 90s cartoon. A family of objects sat on a couch, a teacup with smiling eyes, a lamp with twig-like arms, and a clock whose face ticked slightly out of sync with itself. They laughed together, their laughter looping too long, glitching into hollow gasps. The lamp turned to the camera, its smile stretching wider than its shade. "We're all part of the family." The voice is slightly too high-pitched, the audio warbling. The screen blinked. A new scene? A plain field of white where a cluster of black pictograms, the kind seen on public signs, danced. A stick-figure man, a restroom icon, clapped his straight-lined hands. A triangle-headed pedestrian walked in place. They circled a jagged spiral, its edges vibrating. Words in a mismatched font scrolled across the bottom. "Join us. Never turn off. Never be alone." The jingle returned. A shrill harmony this time, and the camera zoomed out. The spiral wasn't part of the background, it was inside the face of the clock. It had shifted closer to the screen, its hands twitching violently as though fighting their own movement. A sudden cut to a black void. The only light came from glowing cartoon faces floating, disembodied, the teacup, the lamp and the clock. Their smiles twisted into jagged grins. The lamp blinked, and its light became an eye, staring directly out of the screen. Friendly faces are everywhere. Don't look away or you'll miss them finding you. Static returned, but it wasn't ordinary. Shapes began forming in the static. A melting cartoon sun, its rays coiling like fingers, a human stick figure running in place but never leaving the screen. The TV hummed louder, and the jingle crescendoed into a distorted, incomprehensible roar. Then, silence. The TV shut itself off. The screen went black, but the faint outline of the spiral still lingered, just visible if you stared long enough. In the reflection of the now dead screen, something else stared back, a smiling teacup, sitting where no teacup had been before.